Grey Goose, she's an SRT killer. She's a mean ass broad, snapping ass bitch. She don't know how to shut the hell up. But she's an SRT killer for sure. She a mean bitch though. She talk too much. She don't know how to shut up. All she do is yap, 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 yap. That's all she do is fucking yap. What's up, YouTube? Loose Witted Bills, baby. Yeah, I want to take this moment to invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you guys have not, leave a comment. Yeah, I love to hear what you guys got to say on this one. But yeah, man, smash up that subscribe button, man. Smash up the subscribe button, man, so we can get this show on the road, baby. Loose Witted Bills. Say, man, we got a Camaro that's tearing up the streets out here. It's a LY6 build. I'm gonna tell you guys that it is a SRT destroyer. Yeah, it is. It's an SRT destroyer. And I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how I did it and how I put it together. It wasn't a whole lot of money and it wasn't too difficult. Now, I've done a few swaps, a few LS swaps, and yeah, they turned out pretty good. I got another one in the making. But I know it's a lot of YouTubers out here that's you know, got a lot of swaps out here, put a lot of swaps together, and it's understandable. And some of them did some pretty good jobs, some of them just some straight up hacks. Now me, you know, I'm not trying to make the prettiest engine bay. No, you know, I mean, it's neat, nice, but I'm not out here trying to make my engine, my engine bay look better than the next man. As long as everything gets done right, all I'm concerned with. But it doesn't look like a rat nest under there. It's clean. It's clean, but it's not, you know, showcase, if that's what you want to call it. Like all these YouTubers out here, they want to make sure that their shit look cleaner than the next person's. But I ain't out here to compete with none of them. All I know is that my shit is done right. It's done the right way. It's clean. And I don't got to worry about my shit burning down. Now, a lot of YouTubers get out here lying about what they doing, you know, and how they done it and whatever. But I'm not going to do all that. I'm an honest one. And yes, I am. I'm a backyard builder. I do everything in my garage or in front of my garage. I got a lot of knowledge on cars. I've been dealing with cars for 20 plus years, going on 30. So yeah, I'm not a newcomer, and I'm not one of these new guys. Well, I'm new to YouTube, but I'm not one of the new guys that's dealing with cars. So you don't gotta look at me as a newbie, because I know my shit. But let's get to it. Now, I built this Camaro that I had this Camaro for maybe 15 years. And I had it parked for a while. But a few years ago, I ran across on Marketplace an LY6 with a 6l80e 2-wheel drive. Stumbled across it on Marketplace. Dude wanted $2,500. It's a 6-liter LY6, Ripport heads, 823. So I immediately jumped on it, and came out of wrecked vehicle. Had like 125,000 miles on it, and you know, I wasn't gonna do too much to it. I was just gonna throw it in and let it rip. But I just wanted to make sure that things was decent. So once I started taking apart shit, I just said to hell with it. You know, one thing led to the other, so I just broke the whole motor down. And by the time I broke it down, I said, damn, you know, I really didn't have to do it. But just for my own insurance, I did it anyway. Sent the black off to the machine shop. Got cam bearings. I got the boards hung. Everything, you know, came out pretty good. Got it cleaned up. Sent the heads in, and you know, got them cleaned up and decked and whatever. So then I went ahead and put the motor together. I went and got a nice little decent cam. You know, it's a little chopper. Yeah, I made this so it can be an SRT destroyer. So if you want a SRT destroyer, you can take this same recipe. It's simple, you know. Get you a nice mid to big cam. In my case with the LY6, it came with the LS3 head, so that was already there. So had that cam and the 6-speed with 6l80e. You know, I'm really a 4l80e guy, but since this came with the package, I took advantage of it. So I had to do a little modification with the transmission. I did use a Black Hawk transmission mount. I still had to modify it. I had to weld on my own plate to make sure everything was everything, and the fitment was good. So I got that done. And I also had got a rear end. I think it came off a 95, 96 Camaro Z28. And come to find out it had 373 gears, so that was cool. I was all with it. Disc brakes, cool. So then I also I had to stiffen up the frame, you know, because it's a uni frame. So, and it's T-top too. So if it already wasn't twisted a bit, you know, I had to stiffen up the frame. So I had to get the braces and whatnot to secure the frame and whatnot, to make it stronger. And yeah, so I did all that, and I do have a pretty good tuner who helps me out. Well, I try to do a little myself, but you know, for the man, get everything crisp the way I want it, I go to my tuner. I just do a little minor adjustments on my own. But tune my transmission pretty good. He got all my shift points on track. You know, of course, with those 6l80Es, you don't want to turn off the torque management. So of course he left that on because I don't want to blow it up quickly. So we left the torque management on. Like I said, all the shift points is right on. Turned out to be a pretty good, you know, build. And when I say it's an SRT destroyer, no, it really is. I really put it to the test, you know. Hate towards the Dodge, you know. I like SRTs, you know. I like the Hellcats. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with the Dodge. I'm in a Dodge. Well, I'm in a Chrysler right now, and that's another thing. That's another project that I got going. I got a 300C that I'm gonna go ahead and do you guessed it, maybe a SRT. So I'll see how it goes, see what I come across. But no hate on the Dodge though. But you know, I'm a Chevy man, and that Camaro is definitely a SRT killer. Yeah, definitely is. And you could do all that on a cheap. Like I said, I got the motor and trans to 25. I didn't have to break it down, you know, because I didn't touch the transmission. The transmission is good to go. I did not rebuild it. It's running good, it's looking good, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Now I bolted the motor down. Just to have more insurance on it, but I didn't have to do that. Turned out good. So, that was $2,500. Cam was like $300, and that worked out pretty good. Yeah, with the LY6, I'm telling you, man, the LY6 is the best LS motor you can get. Okay, it's a 6 liter, it's a 6.0, but it comes with the LS3 heads on it, and it has the if you got the right one, come with the 6l90, not the 6l80. The 6l90 have a higher torque rating. So the LY6 package is the best, and I come out of Silverado 2007, 8, and 9. And yeah, it's a nice little powerhouse. You throw a nice little cam in there, you good to go. Guaranteed to be an SRT slave for sure. And my cam didn't cost too much, $300-400, something like that. Like I said, I didn't have to touch the motor, but I did anyway. So I spent maybe $1,500 at the machine shop for the block. Get the block cleaned up, horned, and cam bearings, and headers deck. It was about $1,200, something like that. I mean, if I'm not mistaken. And that's it. Put it together like Lego. And it came out to be a pretty good, decent deal. But the build was even better. And yeah, I still got the truck intake on that. I don't care about the LS3 intake. I don't give a shit about that. It looked pretty good. I mean, I painted the block, of course. I still using all the accessories, the truck accessories. Everything's working good, and it doesn't look too bad. So, and it does what it's supposed to do. Like I said, I don't gotta have the prettiest, but it still look good. It still look like a new motor, and it runs even better. And I put it to the test, and I got out here turning up the damn streets, and everybody want to test me in their SRTs, and I had to get their ass a spanking. It is what it is. That's what we do over here at Loose With It Bills, baby. Now, all together, man, that bill didn't cost me too much because I done all this shit myself. Now, we got, I put the rear in, and I did all the work myself, so, I didn't have to pay no one for the labor. Like I said, it's not my first rodeo, but it is a ripper. And it didn't cost me. It cost me under $5,000 total. Under $5,000 total. Like I said, I did it all myself. So, that saved a lot of money. You don't have to go with all the fancy brackets and all that. I mean, if you had the extra money to spend on that, go right ahead, though. But guess what? Still gonna do the same thing with the regular accessories that came with the motor. So, yeah. It's all good, baby. We ain't playing over here. We got a lot of bills to go. I got an El Camino that I built. It got a 6.2 in it, though, but I let it sit for a while. So I got to, hopefully I don't have to tear the motor down, but I got to take some things apart. I got a 6l80e on that, but that's another video. But yeah, we'll get to that real soon. I got this 300C that I'm trying to do the diode swap on. And we got a lot going on over here at Loose With It Bills. So yeah, man, I'm gonna invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, man, subscribe. That help the channel. All we can do way more bills than I'm planning on. I need you guys help to roll with me, work with me. I guarantee you guys gonna love the footage. And I'm gonna go through a lot of stuff, detail by detail. And we all gonna see the outcome together, baby. So smash that, subscribe, and let's get it rolling, baby. Loose with it. Peace.